Yo, what's up, y'all? It's me, DMC, and the place to be. And the only place for you to be right now is right here on I Believe TV with the one and only Professor X. Cause I believe that it's gonna go down right now.
Welcome to Spinoff with Professor X and Santina Muhall. We're at Drive Masters, another part of accessible racing. We're going to get information inside from Peter Rupert about what accessible racing is all about and how Drive Master has a big part in the designing of the hand controls that are used in accessible cars.
2 years ago, Brian Hannaford came to Drive Master and had a vision and said, I'd like to see physically challenged people drive a race car. Well, because Drive Master makes the equipment and has the staff on board to do the work, I said, you give me the car and my staff will do the job. What Drive Master did was we modified the car so that a person can get out of their wheelchair and get behind the driver's seat. And we did that by fabricating a door system that opened a full 90 degrees to allow enough room that we could get the person out of their chair and into the driver's seat. The driver's seat also swiveled out so that we had room and enough space to get the legs of the person seated in the chair swiveled around to get them behind the steering wheel. Then we customized the steering wheel so that it would be removable to give us more room, a set of belts to hold them in place, and then the fabulous Drive Master hand controls that were designed by my father in 1952. So with all that, we also added some modified steering and modified brakes, and we put another steering wheel, gas pedal, and brake pedal in on the right side of the car so that an experienced race car driver could get in and operate the vehicle along with the client. And that way we could have a successful and safe event.
Beautiful day out here in Andover, Massachusetts. We're at Skid School.
My name's Tom, and I'm from Peabody, and I learned about this program through Brian on accessibleracing.com.
Oh, it was awesome. I think that you got to ride with the red guy.
Yeah, the red guy.
The red guy,
Yeah, yeah, great.
He's sweet. He's awesome.
Would you recommend it to other people to
Yeah.
get up in there?
You got to try it.
Good.
This is a dream that I've always wanted to do,
Right.
is to be driving.
We got the accessible racing car over there, the accessible car. It's going to be a fun event.
So do not try this at home moment right here. Oh, thanks.
But this shows people how to make turns, the proper kind of turns. A lot of times, I always talk about the minivan that cuts us off. A lot of times people either do two things. They either hit that minivan, or B, they swerve around it, but then they go into oncoming traffic or into the trees or something like that. So we want to show how to make consecutive turns. So I'll drive through nice and slow the first time, no tires squealing.
Okay, good. 'Cause, yeah.
This is as fast as I'll go right here, okay? So I want to make a nice big aggressive turn in, and then right back over the top.
What?
Right back.
Oh my God.
Right back. All right, so we're gonna come up here, we're gonna turn in, we're gonna turn right back, and right back. That's it.
Okay.
You did great. You did great. The main thing that we try to focus our company work on is teenagers who are just getting their license because they're the ones who are, dying the most in car crashes.
Right.
But what we teach this drill for is that this is our straight line braking drill. I mean, have you ever felt ABS brakes before?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Okay. Well, a lot of times when people feel ABS brakes is that grrr, you get that like pulsating feeling underneath their foot. And a lot of people, what they tend to do when they feel that is they back off because like, oh, what's that? My car's broken. And they back off. And I mean, that's the last thing we want you to do in an emergency situation. We want you to get hard on the brakes. Let the system do the work. A lot of people were brought up, like where they just pump the brakes as hard as they can. Well, you don't need to do that, ABS. You just jam on the brake. And literally, when I do this, I'm going to step on the brake and I'm going to stand up on the brake pedal because I'm going to put all my weight into it.
Cool.
And the other really important thing about this drill is this thing called weight transfer. All right, and a lot of times, maybe you like pull up to like a stoplight or something like that. You're like, oh, I'm going to stop. You jump on the brakes a little harder, and your seatbelt locked, and you came forward. Well, what's happening there is all the weight of the car is diving down onto the two front tires of the car. All right, and what that's doing is the two front tires are digging into the pavement, giving us all the traction we can handle. Getting all the traction we want to have in this sort of situation. Speed here, I'm right on the floor, right under the gas. I'm going to go right to these pylons and jump on the brakes. On the floor, on the floor, on the floor. Right. And I'm standing on the brake. I'm standing. My butt's out of the seat. Wow. All right, that's what I want. I want you driving that brake pedal right to the floor.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The mission of the company is to wind up with at least 12 cars so that we can have our own race series, and little by little we'll get there. So I hope that you all get the experience, because that day when I saw 12 people have their experience and do their drives and rides, the looks on their faces and the experience that they had was something that I see a lot when the people get into their minivans and some of the work we do here at Drive Master. But it was just something else that one in my position enjoyed the experience of seeing them with their experience. So check it out online, and hopefully we'll see you in the car someday.
And 3, 2. Oh, that's beautiful.
Together, because this is how we really start off the show, and we had to end this since y'all so beautiful. Y'all ready? This is how we do it.
Love y'all, man. 4 Wheel City, man.
Yo, check it. When I say 4, y'all say wheel. 4 wheel, 4 wheel. When I say 4 wheel, y'all say city. 4 wheel city. 4 wheel city. Yeah, now you can do that. Okay, let's do it.
Let's go.
Chill. Yeah, we tired all this.
Get this car started.
Yeah, we about to pull off.
4 Wheel City.
Yeah.
Alright, let's roll.
Check it out.
Drop it.
what they want to speak, lock in the curve. When they cause like they stars, I'm watching them serve. Like, excuse me, sir, can I cross the street? If you see I'm in the chair, cause I'm killing my feet. Why you knocking the curve? Why I can't get by? Why because you ended up and I'm paralyzed? If I'm less than you, are you more than me? If I can't speak up, but you ain't nervous me. You don't push, don't run, let's say research. We see what happens when it's back and it's hurt. This is a deep verse, and that's discrimination should spread out. And we got limitations, world carousel. And if you feel the left side, let me get a shot. Or we'll see it's the way out. And we will go to what we'll see. When you run for we'll see. When we run for we'll see. It's a movement for movement.
At this time, get a little quiet, get some air, get right, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I want to thank, you know what I'm saying, Professor X, Prince John, coming out, checking us, showing us love, all the way from New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what it went down, it's a beautiful event. You see people with disabilities just, you know, keeping it going, not giving up on life, not giving up on themselves. That's what it's all about. Because, you know what I'm saying, got to keep it rolling to tomorrow, and hopefully the next day be a better day, and a better day after that. You know what I'm saying? Throw them fours up. You know what I'm saying? Check with Professor. You know, we keeping it coming. Ain't no stopping. Rolling. You know what I mean? And, hey, it's just another piece of the puzzle that we're putting together, man. It's beautiful.
Hey, what's up? This is Santina Muha, and I'm here with Professor X and Mike Walker. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Good, good. What brings you out here today?
Well, we came out, Mellow Dream Entertainment. I'm the CEO and president of Mellow Dream Entertainment, which is a six-facet company. We heard about Blasting Games event, which is for the Black Men's Magazine and the modeling show that they have coming up with. And we also have a talent management within that company. And so we brought our models out here to get a taste of what it's like to be in the industry.
So how can somebody get involved with you, and if somebody wants to be in one of your works, what do they have to do?
Okay, all they have to do is contact us at www.melodreamentertainment.com. And the main office number is 212-862-9511.
Do you have anything specific that you're looking for, or is it all kinds?
Well, because we have a talent management and castings, and we're always submitting talent, all someone has to do is just submit, and we'll break it down from there based on the other producers, directors, and see what it is, the criteria is that they want.
Is this men, women, children?
Absolutely. We don't discriminate. Wheelchairs even.
Oh. There's my in.
He wants to do this, and so he also did it. So there was one guy that he scratches his knee, he would pee. You know, and he makes it a circumcised, you know, a very localized area so that they can just go like that. Now, this is, in my opinion, and he says he's planning to publish all these results. He already published a number of different articles, but he's planning to publish a big study, and he's now training American surgeons to do this procedure. And he's asked to, you know, I told him, I said, look, if this is as successful as you claim, there will be millions of people doing this. You're not going to be able to do more than 6,000 procedures alone by yourself in your whole lifetime. So you will now have to train at least 10,000 other surgeons to do this, or else, you know, you'll be vilified, right? And so he is going to set up an institute in Shanghai now to train doctors how to do this procedure. And he's actually traveling from institution to institution in the U.S. teaching. And he says, oh, no problem. He can do a birth transfer from here to here, and he can do it in an hour, making 6 cuts about this long. He says, he can even do it on an outpatient basis. He says, this is so easy. There's nothing to it. You know, these guys have done thousands of these cases, and they've just honed the techniques. And what they need to do is they need to teach the U.S. doctors how to do this.
My use of the 2 swan cell. I work for the National Spinal Cord Injury Association. You were nominated, right? You were involved in the Hall of Fame. Anyway, so I remember seeing your picture, and okay. Anyway, what I wanted to ask was, it's kind of like what I already asked, but just to clarify. For someone like me, I was in 89 when I was 5, almost 6. So now, you know, I have atrophics and contractures and things like that. So do you think maybe would it be beneficial for someone like me to even be proactive about my rehabilitation, do some sort of, you know, they have like a flexerciser machine and things like that, keep everything moving so that if in the event that I'd have to first of all loosen up this so I could stand, right first thing. Then I would be afraid even if I did stand, I would crumble to the floor like in Beetlejuice because there's nothing to hold me up. You know what I mean? I have a rod in my back. So could you get? Can they do those?
You know, the electric stimulate devices that you ride.
Oh, I don't have any exercise equipment. Exercise equipment, you mean? I don't have anything right now. I'm kind of shopping around though, because I want to know. I don't want to just get something just to be doing this all day. I want to make sure that it's really beneficial.
It's very difficult to do everything at one time. So you need to sort of prioritize, take one task at a time. Okay, so obviously one of the first things you've got to make sure is that your hips are working. You've got to really get that. You need to stand, you have to make sure your hips are working.
Right.
So I would talk to them, I would make sure to get some x-rays, whatever is preventing you from full range of motion, which I don't know.
They said it's like a fusion or something.
So you need to get orthopedists to look at your hips, figure out how to reverse that. You know, orthopedic surgeons are very good.
Yeah.
They may end up telling you, forget it. You know.
Well, I think what they're saying at this point is that a surgery, it could help, but then it might just go right back because I'll be sitting. So I probably want to wait until there's some sort of hope to be able to be standing and stretching.
I think you need to stand.
Yeah.
And the reason is that I have no doubt in my mind you're severely osteoporotic, legs as well as your spine, that you have very little calcium. And if you don't put stress on your bones, you will not be able to get calcium to come back. And there are really people who say that even standing will not reverse osteoporosis. But I think most of those studies are because they only study the patients for 3 to 6 months. I think this is a process that takes years. So you should take it one at a time. The first thing that you need to do is figure out what you can do to make sure your hip stay in your sockets. You can extend.
Do you lay on your stomach? Do you lay on your stomach?
You can't extend.
Because of your hips. So because if you had the hips corrected, if you laid on your stomach every day, that would stop the hips from growing back.
And now it's even starting to happen in my knees. And I've been trying to avoid that by stretching.
You know, in Australia, they have these suits that you can wear. I mean, they look like gym tights, but they have spandex that are done in certain ways, and they hand make these things that straighten your leg out.
Oh.
You know, they're like tights that have stretchies that go in certain directions that sort of straighten you and put you into the right positions. And I forget the name of this thing, but they custom make these things, and they are, you know, you can wear them when you go to sleep. They originally made them for kids. You wear them and they sort of keep all your body parts in position. Okay. But what I would do is I would make sure that you correct your bone, make sure your bones are capable of being in the right position. And then I would probably go 5 minutes and then 10 minutes and just progressively stand.
What, like in a standing chair or something?
Use a glider 6000 or use a standing frame. There are many of these devices, many very good devices. They're not very expensive. You just get these devices and just spend an hour or a day standing.
Hey, X, what's up?
What up, Star? What you doing?
No, nothing. I'm just watching TV, but there's nothing on.
You didn't check out the MySpace yet?
Oh, yeah, why?
I got the video up.
Oh, okay.
Check it out and call me back, alright?
Okay, bye.
Alright, peace. Ready? Strap up. We on the roll. Brian Hannaford, Kimberly B, Veronica Gonello, Chris Shaheed, Chris, Little J. Y'all ready? Built on a reputation, providing excellent service. Support to every customer. Let me introduce to you Kimberly B, above the knee double amputee, accessible racing. Who else do I see? Madonna Long, rev up your motors, here comes the song. We like good fellas with Veronica Gonello. Come drive like a master, push hard on the whip. In a modified car by Peter Rupert. So when the fog clears from the cloud of smoke, with Hannaford racing, sparks off your smoke with. Once the red hits screen, ain't no time to choke your clutch tonight. So hold on tight, here comes the rest of the cab. Thrown out like a sword from a grandmaster stab. Keep your eyes open, if you blink you'll miss. Accessible racing, I thought I told you this. Breaking down barriers all over the place. Accessible racing, creating opportunities for the community in a race. Accessible racing, developing driving skills and benefiting the vets. Accessible racing. Thank you, Brian Hannaford and Pete Rupert. Accessible racing. Drop off into the mist of the sun and the clouds. See the horizon as the sun sets on the west. The gas press ain't another car in sight. I can see them coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, don't break before you reach the sky. This feeling is like a natural high. Accessible racing, magical equation. Everyone will agree it's more than amazing. So feel the speed of light, go past the quantum. Chronic like venom pain,
but this feeling will stop them. Take you to a place unknown to the twilight. You're in a zone inaccessible. Invite to hold on to your dreams and watch your wish come true. Accessible racing upon all of you. Smell the dust, the glitter, the cars combust. Now that's a rush. Breaking down barriers all over the place. Accessible racing, creating opportunities for the community in a race. Accessible racing, developing driving skills and benefiting the vets. Accessible racing, thank you Brian Haddiford and Pete Blueprint. Accessible racing, breaking down barriers all over the place. Accessible racing, creating opportunities for the community in a race. Accessible racing, developing driving skills and benefiting the vets. Accessible racing, thank you Brian Haddiford and Pete Blueprint. Accessible racing.
Start your engines.
I want to give a shout out to Brian Haddiford, Peter Blueprint, Dave Baskin, Mountain Man, Cameron Shaw Durant, Mark Westman, Ray Pat Roder, Randy LaJoy, Colleen Maycourt, Kimberly B, Madonna Long, Veronica Canello, Ian Brown, Byron Anderson, Harlark Haddiford, and Amy. Special shout out to PBU Productions, Chris Shaheed, Big Chris, Little Jake, Professor X, Santina Muhar. Accessible racing. Let's ride off to the sunset. Next stop. There's no limit.